All right, welcome back. I'm Meteorologist Jeremiah Stewart, and the name of the game for today, question on a lot of folks' mind is, are we done with the rain? Are we going to see any more of that? I do have a few more showers and a couple of heavier downpours in my forecast, mainly for the Concho Valley and southeastern sections of the viewing area, expecting sunshine through the Permian Basin for today. Looks like we'll all start to dry out by the middle part of the week. We're talking Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then by the weekend, we definitely should be dry, but just a couple of more showers back in the forecast as we go into our Sunday. Right now, though, out the door, fairly quiet. A couple of showers into southeastern New Mexico, sitting at 73 into Artesia, about 72 up towards Snyder. Midland sitting at about 75, and here in San Angelo, we're at about 70. But notice this little complex of showers just towards our west. These have started to kind of get their act together, and this is what I'm watching for today. Could see these produce a good 1 to 2 inches of rainfall into some spots as we go throughout the afternoon. So that flood threat, it does exist for the Concho Valley for today. We do have a flood watch in effect through about 7 o'clock. That does include the San Angelo Metroplex. Like I said, 1 to 2 plus inches possible with that next batch of rain. So be sure to stay weather aware for today. Not expecting this to be anything near the magnitude of what we saw over the 4th of July weekend, but any extra rain that we get could cause some problems with some of these wet soils. Speaking of wet soils, here's our sky camera out over downtown San Angelo. Fairly quiet out there. Those soils are very saturated. In fact, about 7 miles northwest of San Angelo on Friday morning, 14.5 inches of rainfall fails. So that's why we saw the flooding. Just too much rain at one time fail. So looking at futurecast for today, notice nothing near that magnitude for today. Looking mainly dry by about 9 o'clock this morning with this new batch of model runs. Same deal throughout the afternoon. Not completely sold on this model, though I do expect to see a little bit of some development, especially with that batch of showers moving in from the west as we go throughout the afternoon. And then watch as we go into tonight, into early Tuesday morning. We'll see another batch of some showers come in. Could move into Midland and Odessa, but not really expecting more than a 20 to 30% coverage with that, and should remain fairly light tonight into tomorrow morning. Same deal on Tuesday, a couple of showers in the forecast, and on Wednesday, looks like we'll see more rain through the big country in the Concho Valley, but notice the Permian Basin, Midland and Odessa, looking fairly dry for a good chunk of this week across that area, but rain is in the forecast for sure here in the Concho Valley and the big country. That car wash forecast, maybe not the best for today or tomorrow with those rain chances in the forecast, but by Wednesday and Thursday, I think we all should be good to go. And yes, do add the wax that is needed with some of this dust blowing in as well. Your 7-day forecast for today, we'll stick with these rain chances through midweek. We'll start to dry out by the weekend, but notice on Sunday about a 10% coverage for a few showers in San Angelo and Abilene. Same deal through Midland and Odessa. Like I said, looking a lot drier through the Permian Basin. I put in about a 20% coverage for a few showers late tonight into early on Tuesday morning. But notice though, 93 on Tuesday and Wednesday, up to 95 on Thursday. Could get fairly close to 100 on Friday, right around 97 is what I'm forecasting. And then by the weekend, some of the models trying to hint at a bit of a wet pattern as we go into next week. Could see a good 10 to 20% coverage on Sunday. And it's too early in the game right now to know for sure how much rain we'll see next week, but the Climate Prediction Center does have us in about a 40% shot of seeing above normal precipitation as we go throughout the second week of July. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how that turns out. For now, if you're in the Concho Valley, places like San Angelo, off towards, say, Concho County, be sure to stay weather aware with this flash flood threat still existing throughout this evening, but otherwise looking nice. Plenty of sunshine in my forecast across much of West Texas for the next couple of days, especially through the Permian Basin. Victor?